Guarani Mythology. The gods and spirits of the different Tupi-Guarani peoples, ancient and current, together with the cosmogonies, anthropogonies, and rituals. The Guarani people live in the south-central part of South America, especially in Paraguay, and parts of the surrounding areas of Argentina, Brazil, and Bolivia. The Tupi people were one of the most numerous peoples indigenous to Brazil, occupying largely the Atlantic coast of Brazil and heavily mixing with the Portuguese colonizers. Tupi is considered to be the creator deity on Guarani mythology. He is the supreme god of all creation. He married Jaci, Aracy, the goddess of moon. They descended upon the earth after their wedding, and together they created the rivers and the seas, the forests, the stars, and all the living beings of the universe. He then created humanity, in forming clay statues of man and woman, with a mixture of various elements from nature. After breathing life into the human forms, they name it Sipave and Rupave, meaning mother and father of the people. Tupi is the counterpart of Greek god Zeus. He is the spirit of thunder, or the god of thunder and storms. When he angry, his voice was heard through lightning and thunder that lit up the sky, and needed to be calmed down with the shaman's rituals. Jaci, or Aracy, the goddess of the night and the moon. She is the protector of the animals, lovers, reproduction, plants, night, moonlight, offerings and maidens. She avoided wars as she is goddess who prefers to observe before saying something. She is Tupi's wife, and helped him in the creation of the universe and humanity. She was responsible for bringing beauty to the newly created earth. The first people Rupave and Sipave had 3 sons and an unknown number of daughters. Their sons were, Tumearandu, the wisest of men, and great prophet of the Guarani people; Marangatu, a benevolent and generous leader; and Japusa, a liar, thief, and trickster who did everything backwards to confuse and take advantage of the people. After committing suicide in the water, he was reincarnated as a crab, cursing all future crabs to walk backwards. One of the daughters was Poracy, who later sacrificed her own life to rid one of the 7 legendary monsters and thus diminishing the power of evil. It is said that these first humans ascended to the heavens on their death to become minor deities. Karana, a girl of commendable beauty, who spent her days sleeping. She is the daughter of Marangatu. For this reason they gave her the name Karana, sleeper, and Karana, the nice personification of the tribe, Tau, was an evil spirit. He had fallen in love with Karana. He transformed himself into a handsome young man. With his new appearance he visited Karana for 7 consecutive days. On the last day he tries to kidnap the young woman. So Angatupiri, the spirit of good, is forced to intervene to prevent him. To do this, he engages in a fight with Tau that lasted in 7 days. Finally, Tau used tricks to defeat Angatupiri. Tau successfully takes Karana. This causes deep sadness and indignation in the tribe, for which they beg an exemplary punishment to the transgressor. Then he takes action again and makes Tau the object of a terrible curse, which their children became the 7 mythological monsters, Deyuyagwa, Boitui, Manai, Jazi Jatir, Kuripi, Au, and Lawisan. And notably, they are all Sietamacinos, born with 7 months pregnant. Deyuyagwa, the first son of Tau and Karana, and one of the 7 legendary monsters of Guarani mythology. The pair's first son was a huge lizard with 7 dog heads and eyes that shoot out fire. His 7 dog heads make any movement difficult. His appearance was the most horrid of all the 7 brothers. His ferocity was tempered by choice of Tupi. He was left calm and harmless. Still he was feared for his fiery gaze. He feeds on fruit and his favorite food is honey. He is considered the lord of the caves and protector of fruit. He is also mentioned as a brilliant protector of buried treasure. Its skin became shiny after rolling around in the gold and precious stones of a tape. Boitui is one of the 7 legendary monsters of Guarani mythology. He is the second son of Tau and Karana. Boitui has the form of an enormous serpent with a huge parrot head and a huge beak, or simply snake parrot. He has a harmful look that frightens everyone who has the bad luck to be found with him. He patrols the swamps and protects amphibian life. He enjoys the humidity and flowers. He is considered the protector of aquatic animals and the wetlands. Manai, the third son of Tupi-Guuarani and one of the 7 legendary monsters of Guarani mythology. This creature has an enormous serpent-like body with 2 straight colorful horns over his head, which serve as antennae. His dominions are the open fields. He can climb trees with ease and slide down to hunt the birds on whom he feeds and dominates with the hypnotic power of his antennas. Because of this he is called the Lord of the Air. Jatir, one of the 7 cursed children of Tupi-Guuarani. He is one of the most important gods among the Guarani-speaking cultures of South America, especially in Paraguay. Jatir, which means, a little piece of the moon. He is usually described as being a small man or a child, with light blonde hair and sometimes blue eyes. He is fair in appearance, sometimes described as even beautiful or enchanting, and carries with him a magical wand or a golden cane. He is considered to be the protector of the yerba mate plant, a protector of hidden treasures, and considered to be the lord of the siesta, the traditional midday nap. Kurupi is said to be short, ugly, and hairy. He makes his home in the wild forests of the region, and was considered to be the lord of the forests and protector of wild animals. Kurupi's most distinctive feature, however, was a humongous penis that was ordinarily wound several times around his waist like a bell. Due to this feature he was at one time revered by the Guarani as the spirit of fertility. Au, one of the cursed sons of Tupi-Guuarani. It is often described as being a voracious sheep-like creature with a massive set of fangs. A large carnivorous peccary. Au produced many offspring who were cursed in the same manner, and collectively they served as lords and protectors of the hills and the mountains. Luisan was the 7th and last child of Tupi-Guuarani, and thus was the most accursed of the bunch. He was a vaguely human appearance, a wolf man, but said to be extremely ugly, even horrendous looking, and considered to be a lord of death. Ka'ajaryi, goddess of yerba mate, named the tea a symbol of friendship. It's been ritually shared for centuries, primarily in Brazil and Paraguay among the Tupi and Guarani tribes who pour boiling water over the leaves. Paitaiovai, god of war, the bravest warrior to face the cruelest enemy. Anhanga is the gods of death. He lurks in the shadows, bringing death and very bad luck to the ones who mess with his people. He is also the protector of the wild animals and is mostly represented as a weird old man. Anhanga is not considered a devil, though it was feared. DC, a powerful witch and goddess of the underworld. TC was once a human but achieved her divinity when she married Anhanga. She is feared for her extensive knowledge in witchcraft and her intelligence, which she frequently uses to advise her husband. Kaksharu, the goddess of death, to whom natives pray during the loss of friends or family. She stands by their side during the crossing between life and death. Ki'anumakamana, the goddess of jaguars and free spirit. She is a free-spirited warrior who carries the strength of jaguars. It also blesses the battles of the Indians. It brings the power and strength to face fears.